Seen as the ultimate degradation of the human spirit, cannibalism has always induced sentiments of disgust towards the ones who practice it. It's also true that it gave way to numerous legends, becoming an exotic theme of today's popular culture. And because of this precise reason, some video games tackle with the extremely sensitive subject of cannibalism. But most of the time you'll be able to witness the act and not actually perform it yourself. Still, there are some gaming titles that really let you consume other beings in a more or less graphic manner, and this is why today's list is dedicated entirely to them. Alex is a shapeshifter, a being that is able to take the form of any human he comes into contact with, this transformation allowing him to actually absorb victims. Even though this is not a traditional act of cannibalism, we think that incorporating another human being into your own body can indeed be included in the larger sense of the term. Also, the game's lore does indicate that Alex wakes up in a morgue in the basement of a genetic engineering company and finds out about his new abilities, thus leading us to understand he actually is a human himself. With such an expressive tagline like "Lose your mind, eat your crew," SUNLESS has already caught our attention. In this survival video game, you take the role of a steamship captain that has to lead his team of sailors through the waters of the underground ocean, named the Untersee. Set in a Victorian-era-inspired London, SUNLESS is played in a roguelike manner, the ultimate goal being to become a wealthy explorer. Nothing is off limits in this game, and if the entire crew is starting to starve and you are low on supplies, deciding to eat a part of your sailors in order to survive becomes a viable option. In the dire post-apocalyptic world of Neo-Scavenger, one must do whatever they can in order to survive, killing and carving up your enemies being one of those extreme decisions that sometimes you must make. All the player needs to do is to portion the human corpse with something sharp via the craft menu and prepare the resulting meat chunks over a fire. As in the case of SUNLESS, the cannibalism act in itself is not extremely graphic, but the inherent idea that you are actually able to kill, carve up and eat another fellow human is still a haunting notion. The fourth ending of the second chapter of the Japanese survival horror named Corpse Party is one of the so-called bad endings. In this particular case, Yoshiki, the main character's school friend, finds his crush, Ayumi, lying dead on the floor, her body cannibalized by a mysterious being. After spitting up a piece of human flesh, Yoshiki realizes that its true origin might actually be his love interest's body, and as he searches around for answers, he finds a note that states he is the actual killer. So let's give it up for the most insanely twisted cannibalism love story entanglement ever seen. As unlikely as it may seem, the construction simulation colony management game RIMWORLD does actually offer you the chance to play as a cannibal. By adding the eponymous trait to your characters, you'll gain plus 15 mood after you eat a meal made with human flesh, and even 20 plus mood if you consume the human flesh in a raw state. In addition to these traits, in RIMWORLD you are able to assemble your own cannibalistic colony, based exclusively on harvesting, eating, and trading with human meat. Several of Melina's fatalities include ripping off the opponent's head or neck, chewing parts of them and then spitting them out on the floor. But this apparently mild acts of cannibalism don't even compare to the move called Tasty Treat. After knocking down her rival, Melina proceeds on mounting them, violently clawing at their stomach so as to effectively tear their body in half. What happens next is truly gruesome. This katana clone ending her special fatality by feasting on the dead opponent's intestines. During the Taste of Death quest, the Dragonborn is faced with the option of killing Varulus and feasting on his flesh. If the player decides to do so, the voice of Namira will tell them they did very well, and they will be granted a special ring that allows them to eat dead human bodies and gain plus 50 stamina and plus 50 health each time they do it. The moment when you have to choose how you're going to approach this culinary conundrum is highly tensed, and it really makes you feel like you're making a crucial choice, eating human meat being quite a dire decision in our humble opinion. Cannibal is a perk found across Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and Fallout 4. It allows players to consume the meat from human corpses, and it is viewed as a rather disgusting act by other characters. For example, in Fallout 4, the majority of the companions will find this action deplorable if they see you doing it. Also, the process of consuming a dead body is shorter than the other installments of the series, but way more graphic, with blood spurting all over the place. As of the survival mode update, cannibalism causes a dark craving status effect, becoming an addiction that can be cured by any Doctor NPC for 75 caps. It seems that the Fallout games really offer the most varied and naturalistic gameplay you could ever wish for. This was our list highlighting some dark games where you can eat people, and we hope you've enjoyed our video. If you did, please press that like button as we do appreciate it and it helps us immensely. We often ask our audience for suggestions to compile these lists, and if you'd like to contribute, please follow Frag Hero on Facebook. If you've ever played other games that feature cannibalism, please be sure to mention them in the comments below, because we do try to read pretty much everything. Now would also be a great time to encourage you to subscribe, because we upload new stuff all of the time, so subscribing will keep you up to date with all of our latest videos. You can also check out fraghero.com for more gaming related articles, but until next time, thanks for watching and have a great day.